How was my really terrible Dutch, well, Flemish accent?
Still terrible, but we're getting there. It was worse this morning. So,
English people specialize in doing other people's accents badly. Let's have a look at your data. Universal Investment, 1968 founded. You've been here since 2000. Over in Grevenmacher, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
How the heck, I didn't prepare you for this. Why are you in Grevenmacher?
Well, let's just say from a people perspective, it made the most sense because we started. We started in Germany. We have quite strong ties there, pretty close to the border. It's good from an FTE perspective, from a people perspective. But yeah, no, it's not the most sexy location. That I have to admit. Yeah.
I mean, other than the wine companies, you must be the most interesting company there.
Yeah, we are referred to as the sleeping giant, which is of course well, something that we want to get rid of because we're not so sleepy, but we are the giant. Yeah.
2018 Poland, 2021 Irish Manco, UK. Now, we're pretty interested in your acquisition, thinking about IFA, because IFA is very well known to many of these guys. In fact, has anyone in this room ever worked for IFA, European Fund Administration? Do we have anyone who used to work for them back in the day? Because it used to be the back end of all the Luxembourg banks, didn't it?
Banks, yes, exactly.
How did that go?
Well, that's an interesting experience because, of course, look, IFA has a very, very strong French culture, and it's not really a secret that Universal has a very German structure of culture, and then you have me, the Dutch monkey, dancing in the middle. So yeah, it's these cultures you need to adapt.
Did it work?
Well, yeah, eventually, yes. But indeed, look, you can, of course, you can focus on sending spreadsheets, and you can do town halls, and you can do all kind of nice movies and slide decks and whatever. But that, of course, doesn't really help. You have to get people together in the room. That's what we typically focus on, to make sure that across our jurisdictions, people actually come to the offices together, that they meet each other, that they talk through client opportunities, to certain challenges or strategic initiatives and the likes. And then, yeah, well, you know how it goes. When people are in the room, then suddenly people start to realize that they are part of something, part of the bigger picture, part of the solution, let's just say. So then you see that the fear goes away and that we actually all after the same thing. So yeah, just collaboration.
Is what you're trying to say, did all the French guys leave?
No, we locked the door. So not all, no.
Let's have a look at your data. 8 offices, 1.4 trillion in assets under administration. So from like an investor services perspective, where are you in the Luxembourg ecosystem? Are you in the top 5?
We are among the bigger ones, yes, indeed. We are the leader, and we are the leading management company in Luxembourg, in Europe.
So bigger than the gentleman we had here earlier, bigger than Waystone.
Well, they say that size,
bigger than IQEQ.
They say that size doesn't matter, but we are among the bigger ones. Yes, exactly.
Size doesn't matter. You should meet my ex-wife. So you've got 1,700 people working for you and 55 years of experience. I mean, when people to describe to you really what makes Universal Investment special, what do you say actually?
It's our interaction with our clients, our focus on partnership. That's how we grow, how we grew actually, how we got where we are. We didn't just think of, okay, let's go to Luxembourg, let's go to Ireland. It was part of the client initiative where we wanted to grow their structure. They wanted to grow their structures, and we basically grew with them together. That's also how a couple of months ago we opened our shop in Singapore, also through a client looking for global expansion, and we teamed up with them and opened the office.
So for example, Singapore, is that where your future growth is going to come from?
Not necessarily only future of Singapore, but we do want to further expand across Europe, so up beyond Europe, and this is a perfect first step to go outside of Europe.
Any type of assets that you think are most likely to grow in your portfolio?
Look, you're preaching to the choir. I'm an alternative guy, so alternatives is something that we of course see a heavy growth market. Yeah.
So you think that'll be the growth if we were to speak again in 2 years' time?
Yes, in Luxembourg, yes.
And do you think that's probably going to be reflected in the industry per se?
Yes.
So there is reason for optimism in the financial sector?
Absolutely, yeah. And look, I can only echo a lot of the things that were mentioned here. Of course, there are challenges. Of course, it is difficult to bring in a young talent and to provide housing and the likes. But I do think there are many opportunities. We have a very solid foundation here. We have a regulator who is quite willing to support, at least in our experience. So yeah, I think we have the basis, we have the foundation, we have enough to be positive. Yeah.
Now, growth tends to come in two ways, either organically or by acquisition. Are you open to more acquisitions in Luxembourg?
In Luxembourg, just in general, we're always open to acquisition. That's basically our whole story. So we grew organically. We also grew through acquisition. Basically made us the leading third-party Manco and fund service provider here in Europe. We have a strong ambition to continue the growth and to become the global leader in our field. And yeah, look, you can't only do that organically. So of course there is an interest in keeping our ear on the floor and look for interesting opportunities. And we're open for business.
And just a slight reflection on that. Do you think the investment servicing space, will it become a bit like the big four, but maybe it'll be the big five?
Well, I do think that you do see as a trend consolidation, of course, in the market. But I do think that there are quite a lot of nuances, quite a lot of boutiques that, because of the many things that we have in our investment landscape. So I don't think it will be consolidated all into a handful, but we will see some, we will see some bigger guns coming up in the near future.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be very interesting times. We want to say a big congratulations to Universal Investment.
Thank you.
You are indeed part of the top 150. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Gerrit.